What's up, guys? I want to give you this quick video update for this super bullish sign indicator that is flashing here. It has just printed. We're going to get into that, but if you like these videos, please subscribe to the channel and smash up the like button for the YouTube algorithm. We're here on TradingView Bitcoin on the weekly. Now, I have Market Cipher B open here on the bottom. It's one of the best trading indicators out there. And if you're not familiar with Market Cipher B, well, let's just get into it right here. We have printed a green dot on the weekly. And if you're not familiar with what a green dot is on Market Cipher B, it is the local market bottom. It's a strong buy signal in uptrends. Now be warned, we are in a downtrend. We're in a daily downtrend. And we need to get back in an uptrend. We need to flip the daily EMA ribbon. I'll get into that later too. But it's a strong buy signal in uptrends. It's a cautionary sign for shorters and downtrends. It kind of means we've basically hit the bottom, and it's very strong on the weekly time frame. It's a primary trigger on all time frames. Right here, green dot is a leading buy signal that excels in sideways and upwards trends. This is Market Cipher's website here. You can learn all about anything on the charts here. You can learn, you just click on it and you can read what it's all about. So we're jumping back here to TradingView. I've showed you that it's printed here on the weekly. Now we're going to want to wait till the start of next week to confirm the printed green dot, because it could still disappear here because it has just printed in the last day or so, or just printed this week. And let's go back to the last green dot when we were this low or we were this undersold. Up here in the waves is overbought and this is undersold down here. So, I mean, we got to compare it to this last one right here. And as you guys can see from this green dot printing, we pumped about 94%. So right now, that would put us around a $90,000, $85,000, somewhere around there, Bitcoin, if we did the same thing here. Let's check it out, actually. So green dot printed here. Let's do, well, let's see, where did it print here? Right, yeah, right there. Let's do a 94% increase. That would put us at about $87,000, guys, if we repeated the last one where it was about the same. And we're actually a little bit lower on Market Cipher B here for this one. So, I mean, even if you jump back to this one, which was pretty high here on the blue waves, we saw a pump of, let's see, printed right there, probably somewhere in the middle of this candle. We saw a pump of about 34% for that one. So, I mean, guys, this is a very bullish indicator. Today, we're coming in at about 45,000 for Bitcoin. I mean, you can see, you know, a similar green dot would have been like this one back here, where it was April 2020, and we literally, you know, had a massive pump of like 872%. We like 8x from there. So, I mean, these are just very good indicators. This one here, you know, we had this giant run up right there, but I want to compare it to some lower ones on the undersold, you know, territory here, where the RSI is about the same, you know, kind of lower on the RSI. Compare it to that. I mean, we can go back, you know, a long ways. This one right here, December 8, 2018, was basically the start of the bull run. I mean, it kind of printed one right there, and that gave us kind of the start of the bull run, or the you know, this cycle of Bitcoin. So, I mean, we can go back to a logarithmic chart here. Oh, I guess, let's see here. Let's see, guys. I don't know why this is going. What? There we go. All right, let's go back to logarithmic. So, I mean, this just kind of gives a better scale so you can see it. You know, we printed a couple green dots right there on the weekly, and we saw a massive pump. We printed the green dot right here, 2018, started this run, you know, massive pump right there. So this is just looking pretty good for Bitcoin here. I think we might have hit the bottom, guys, at 33,000. I mean, let's jump back into here to the regular scale so we can kind of see. All right, guys, check this out. Now, kind of why I think we've hit the bottom is because right here, you know, we hit 64,000, 65,000, an actual weekly close of about 59,000 for the bar of the candle, not just a wick. So let's just take about 60,000. Now right here, we wicked all the way up to about 69,000 and we closed the weekly candle here about 65,000. So 60 versus 65,000, that's a $5,000 difference. Now down here, we wicked down to about 29,000 in this drop in July, the summer drop. And right here, we wicked down to about 33,000. So I mean, that's about a $4,000 difference. We can look at where the candles closed here. 36,000 was the lowest weekly candle close. And down here, we closed the weekly candle 31,000. That's a $5,000 difference, guys. So between the highs here in April and the highs here in November, $5,000. The low here in July and the low here recently in January, $5,000 difference. And this still puts us in a very slightly uptrend. I mean, you know, if you can draw a channel here on the weekly, this is just roughly drawn in, guys. You know, you can see that we're still in a slight uptrend on the weekly here. And I mean, I would have to adjust this a little bit, guys, play with this, make this channel legit. Probably just actually draw it on the daily so we can get some more bars in there. But something like that, you know, we're still in an uptrend, bouncing between support and resistance. I mean, we could just keep doing this. You never know what's going to happen with Bitcoin, but we're trying to, you know, just take a look into the charts and figure it out. So like I said, it's a bullish sign, printed a green dot here. You know, we're heading up here, printed a green dot back here, and we went up there. I mean, you know, it's just a good sign. So let's jump into the daily here and kind of see maybe what's going on in the short term. Actually, let's dive in. Let's get rid of market cipher. Let's dive into my other chart here. And you can see that we have a rising wedge here on the daily. Let's jump into the 4-hour actually. We're kind of hitting the top of it right now. As you can see, we're kind of struggling to close a 4-hourly candle above it. But this is the only pattern I can really see right now. You know, balancing between support and resistance. We've touched top 1, 2, basically 3 times there, and 1, 2 in the bottom, and then a 4th time up there. So I mean, that's all I can really see for kind of like 4-hour or a daily pattern here for Bitcoin. And these white lines I have drawn is support and resistance. So as you can see, this is kind of hard resistance right there, and we are getting above it, but this next line of resistance is coming in at 45,800 approximately. And as you can see, guys, back here, this was major support. Like, we touched it once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like 7 or 8 times. It held for, oh, you know, we did wick below, we didn't close below. Held from December to January. So let's see, started December to the end of January. So, and I mean, it even goes back to here, guys. We've touched it a bunch of times. This is a long support line. So it's going to be pretty hard resistance when we come in up here. It's going to take a little while to break through something like that, or we could touch it and we can get rejected back down. If you're a leverage trader on Bybit or Phoenix, I'm kind of looking in at maybe getting in around this area. If we do see it come back down, you know, and touch this area here, because we do have big support here now at 40,000 that we broke through back here, and then we do have the bottom line of this rising wedge as kind of support there that we've been touching like this. So I mean, I think this, if we do end up going like this, you know, and coming back down here, this might be a good spot to get into a trade. I also kind of see, you know, we got this inverse head and shoulders pattern forming here. I mean, if we kind of do something like this, you know, the neckline would be up here. I mean, actually, no, the neckline would be, man, you could draw it like this. I think we'd probably do something like that. And the neckline would just be right there. You know, because I don't think you count this as part of the shoulder. That was a pretty big random dump right here. So yeah, something like that. But I mean, that's got to play out yet still. We still got to see that. That's kind of too early to tell for that. And I want to jump on here, the EMA ribbon. This is a 4-hour. As you can see, we're bouncing off the top of the 4-hour. We flip bullish. We flip green on the 4-hour EMA. And let's go out here on the daily, guys. I'll remove these indicators for you, or remove these drawings. Now, I'm not going to be bullish on Bitcoin until we flip the daily EMA ribbon, which should happen in the next week if we stay above 43,000 here. If we stay above it like this, you know, something like that, we're going to flip the daily EMA. And as you can see here, basically every time we flip it, it's kind of the start of another bull run on the daily here. So we flipped it here and we did not bounce below it until kind of up here, and we barely flipped there. You can't really even count that because we just rocketed back up there. So I mean, you can kind of count this as just one whole you know, daily EMA ribbon, not quite broken, even though it technically did. And then you go back here to October 2020, and I mean, when it flipped here, we stayed above it, you know, the entire time from October until May, where we flipped it here and we had this major dump. So I mean, the kind of the indicator back then was when we went below it. So right here, we held it the whole time. We kind of came to the bottom here, and then we finally went below it here. We went back up and just kind of went down. So this would have been a good spot to sell your cryptocurrency. And then right here, we did kind of come below it. We went back up, but we just kept bouncing off of it all the way up here. We went below it, and we flipped it right there on the daily. So I'm not going to be bullish at all until that flips, guys. And I'm going to make another video just giving, you know, Bitcoin order of operations, what we got to do here to kind of get back 100% bullish in the, you know, 100% bull mode on the daily, 4-hour, weekly, everything. So the only time frame we're still kind of bullish on is the weekly, guys, and we need to hold this EMA ribbon here. The only kind of bad thing I'm still seeing here is the volume is going down. We need the volume to go like this, and we need to see a pump like that. So guys, that was my video today. That's all I got for you on Market Cipher B, the weekly green dot, which has, I mean, I don't rely on Market Cipher that much anymore, but it's a major indicator of a bottom, local bottom. It would be a weekly bottom on the weekly chart. So I hope you guys liked the video. Please subscribe, like I said, and smash the like button. And check back. I'm going to pump out some more videos this week, and I'll see you later.